Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius, October 10, 2022. There can be some challenges coordinating or balancing your sense of independence with others today, and you could experience some tricky energy. You're in a sun cycle that's good for putting more energy into listening to others and attending to your relationships. It's a generally considerate and compromising cycle. However, today's Sun-Chiron transit can reveal vulnerable areas. While you may not want to stir up past matters, it can be cleansing to do so as long as there's a willingness to grow and move past problem areas. Concentrate on improvements for best results. While the extra attention you've been giving other people in your life these days is positive and beneficial, if you overdo it, you can fail to recognize your own needs and desires fully. Try your best to get over attitudes or thought patterns that are too negative to do you any good. The moon transits your soul sector all day, and you can feel the best functioning behind the scenes just for now. Our lovely moon, sweet Luna, will glide through the watery depths of Pisces today. This will bring you a deeply sensual and intuitive nature. You may be picking up soft and barely noticeable frequencies from the universe about your past and present. Dig deep beneath the waves of your unconscious to bring forth inspiration and revelations in regard to your romantic life. They are waiting to be found. Just a fisherman casts his rod out into the waves, praying to find a fish. The answers you seek are available. Just center yourself, open up your spirit, and call them in. Heal yourself. There is so much to look forward to once you move past any self-limiting fears or insecurities. Since the Sun in Libra is opposing Chiron retrograde in your sign, you may want to work on how you fit in with your professional commitments and partnerships. You should feel self-assured in your arrangements, especially if you know that these are balanced, reciprocal partnerships. Try not to get in your head about your position. Know that you are accomplished on your own and still deserve to work with incredible individuals on amazing opportunities that will bring you success. With Uranus remaining in retrograde motion in your income sector for the rest of the year but the North Node keeping an eye on new income potential, the focus is starting to shift from one to the other. This time last week, with planets in retrograde motion on the job and career fronts, the focus was more on the past and untapped income potential, but with Mercury in direct motion on the job front and Pluto turning direct on the career front tomorrow, the focus is shifting to new income potential. The sensitivity you have around issues concerning your health is rooted in your very nature. It is a nature rooted in action and receptivity. When your health is in question, you tend to become depressed. Therefore, take the matters of exercise, rest, and a nutritious diet seriously. Make them priorities no matter where you are or what you are doing. Your sensitive nature depends on nurturing and constant attention. The moment has come to make a situation concrete and give form to your ideas, notably in your family or sentimental life. Of course, you won't be able to do this without effort, but it will be worth it. Don't wait any longer to take the reins and motivate yourself to construct and reinforce your intimate relationships. You will also be responsible for motivating others. Today, you will be in control of the situation, the one who everyone will count on to get things moving. 6 days after Mercury turned direct in your work sector, Pluto is at a standstill ahead of his direct turn in your career sector tomorrow. While the tide is turning, for one last day you have one eye on the road ahead and another on the road behind as you reflect on the journey that this professional year has taken you on. The tide is turning on the professional front, but as it does, there is a chance to pause, with today's nostalgic and reflective lunar vibes adding to the hindsight you have access to. While the moon won't return to Aries to begin the lead up to a new moon that will put a balance between your personal and relationship needs to the test, this is already in the spotlight. This is something that happens at some point during the Sun's month-long visit to your relationship sector, but this year you have Venus, the planet of love, involved, turning this into an opportunity to enhance your relationships. Our eyes in the sky. You might just have to take a step back from someone and regroup right now. Doing the necessary self-care work early in the morning will give you the complete view of what is going on. The Pluto retrograde ends today after spinning backward in Capricorn since April 29th. The interpersonal lessons you're experiencing are the same ones being felt by everyone around you. There are people who rub you the wrong way and others who just fundamentally get you. It's up to you to decide how to best comfort yourself through this process. How do you want to be nurtured? Breakthroughs are highly possible and reflect the unpredictable lessons of Pluto in Capricorn. A lot of this has to do with finances and feeling secure, including but not limited to feeling secure in your physical location. If you don't like the way someone is treating you, this is the time to handle the issue directly and with conviction. With activity in your house of relationships, you might feel like being more social. Even if you aren't seeking a favor, getting together with your professional contacts is a good idea so you can remind them of your skills. You may need to look to your house of appearances and first impressions and make sure you're putting your best foot forward in order to improve your financial future. Be very careful, because these skies also can indicate those who are stuck in abusive relationships. Remember to reach out to someone if you feel like you need help. You are not alone by any means, but these cosmic alignments ask for numerous independent decisions to be made at once. These two inclinations leave us feeling polarized and frustrated. It's as though we don't want to move for fear of making a mistake, even though we know that mistakes are exactly what we need to grow, and therefore, succeed. The worst thing we can do now is to bottle up our feelings to the point where we finally snap and act recklessly. Take one thing at a time. In the pre-dawn hours, the Pisces moon sextiles Pluto in Capricorn, engendering catharsis. We've arrived at the end of the road. It becomes necessary to distance ourselves from toxic relationships or behaviors for our own good. Our intuition guides us to recognize and release problematic desires or subconscious beliefs preventing us from self-actualizing. As many of us will be asleep at this hour, our dreams can communicate what we must do to break free from addictions. Before dawn, the moon opposes Mercury in Virgo, stimulating agitation. Our will becomes fragmented and our thoughts, polarized. This aspect may manifest disquieting dreams, or we can wake up on the wrong side of the bed. The moon then begins its void of course, lasting several hours. If possible, delay starting your morning activities and use this time for journaling or reflection. Getting our thoughts out on paper will help us to better understand the factors underlying our anxieties.